Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's assume that you have a great application that is running in your production environment. It's a busy application serving thousands of users every minute. But today your developer is planning on releasing a brilliant shiny new feature to your production environment. But here is a dilemma. How do we deliver this new feature without causing any chaos? Uh, you have your application which has been used by your end users, and now you have a new feature, a new version that you want to deploy. So the dilemma here is, how do we deploy this application? Do we just shut down the entire application, install the new feature, and then hope for the best? That's a recipe for riots with lots of angry users and lost revenue. So how do we get over this dilemma? We need a strategy, a deployment strategy. Now, before we move further, please show some love and subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Let's get started with this. So, what exactly is a deployment? Think of deployment not as a technical chore, but as a story of risk, control, and smooth delivery. The new feature will face its challenges through different chapters. So basically, your deployment is basically releasing your application. So the whole point is, how do we control this deployment, and we don't risk downtime, we don't risk issues with the customers, and we basically deliver the application in a smooth manner. So our first and most brutal strategy is the recreate deployment. We call it the big bang. Under this, we basically take the entire application, every server, every service, and we shut it all down. The entire application goes dark and your users are not able to access the application. So basically, there's a downtime. The application is completely shut down. Then in that silence, we deploy a complete new version of the application with the shiny feature. So basically, we deploy the newer version of your application, and once the deployment is done, we bring up all the servers and the services, and your users can start accessing your application once again. Sounds very simple, right? Well, yes, this is very simple to execute, but it has one big problem: massive downtime. Every user is affected. No one will be able to access the application during the deployment, and if your new feature has a bug, well, we have to shut down the application again to fix that bug. It's a high risk, high disruption move, and we use this only for minor apps or when we have no other choice. So basically, you are bringing down the application, you're upgrading it, and then you're bringing up the application once again. Now, to avoid this total blackout, we get smarter, and for that, we have the rolling update. Now, in rolling updates, we do not replace everything at once. So, let's say here I have four different servers where my application is hosted, and then we have your load balancer, and the users are hitting this load balancer. So, under your rolling updates, we don't update all the servers at a time. We slowly, gently replace one server at a time. So, in your rolling updates, this load balancer plays a very important role, and this acts as our traffic cop. So the load balancer will only send the users to servers that are currently running and are in the healthy status. So like your application load balancer, so it will monitor each of these servers, it will check the health of these servers, and only if the servers are healthy, the traffic will be sent to those servers. So now let's say under your rolling update, we will go ahead and upgrade your server number 1. Now the load balancer will not send the traffic to this server, and the traffic will go to servers 2, 3, and then 4. And once your server number 1 is healthy with second version of your application, then we move on to your server 2, and then so on. So that's how your rolling update is done. So we basically deploy your application one server at a time. So deploy to server 1, check the health, then deploy to server 2, check the health, deploy to server 3, check the health, and then so on. So the advantage you get here is zero downtime with no user impacts, and it uses less infrastructure since we are just swapping the servers in place. Now, despite this advantage, there is also a problem with this. The application must support being run on two different versions. So, your server 1 will be on version 2, but your server 2, 3, and 4 would still be on version 1. So, you'll have two different versions of the application, and your application needs to support that. Now, that can be tricky. And if a bug slips in, it's already affecting a portion of your users. So, the rollout can be slow to reverse. So, if you need a cleaner, faster, and safer switch, we build a parallel universe. This is your blue green deployment. So, under this, we will build two identical full scale environments. Like here, if you see, we have the blue environment and then we have the green environment. Now, here, let's say the blue environment is currently the live environment, and this is serving traffic from all of your users. So, all of your users are hitting this environment to access the application. Meanwhile, this green will be our staging environment. This is where we will deploy and thoroughly test our new feature. There is complete isolation. So, the users will be accessing the application in blue environment, and in parallel, we will go ahead and deploy our second version of the application, and we will thoroughly test the application. So, there is a complete isolation. No user traffic touches the green environment. Now, once we are 100% confident that the new version of the application with new feature is working as expected and there are no issues, we will simply flick the switch, and all the users traffic is instantly routed from the blue environment to green environment, and the blue environment becomes our staging environment. The rollout is instantaneous. So now all my users are being routed to the green environment where my second version of the application is run. Now, what if something horribly goes wrong in the green environment? Well, we will simply switch back to the blue environment just as fast. Instant rollout to the older version of the application without the new feature. So this blue-green deployment strategy is really great. You can get lightning fast releases, instant rollbacks if there are any issues, and clean testing of the new feature without touching your existing stable version of the application. Though this is a great deployment strategy, there is one thing that you will need to keep in mind: cost. This is expensive. You need to maintain two full production grade environments, but for safety it provides, it's really worth it. But what if you want to be more cautious? What if we could test the new version in a live environment but with a tiny controlled group of users? Enter your Canary deployment strategy. In old coal mines, they used canaries to detect gas, and if the canary was okay, the mine was safe. So, in a canary release, you will essentially again you'll have multiple servers, and we will deploy our new version of the application to just a small set of servers. Let's say 5%. So, in this case, I will deploy my new version to only, let's say for example, server 1 only, and server 2, 3, and 4 and 5 are still having my old version. And then we will route 5% of these users to server 1, and then we start monitoring this. So we monitor this Canary group, which is server 1 group, very intensely. Could be for any error rates or if the performance is slow. And if the Canary is healthy and happy, we will slowly increase the traffic to the newer version. So now we will deploy to the server 2, and then server 3, and then so on. So until we have fully replaced all the old servers. Now, if the canary gets sick, which is like having high errors, we immediately divert traffic away from the new version of the application. So in that case, only 5%, or in this case server 1, is where the users would be affected. The good thing with Canary release is that it involves low risk and real world testing with live user traffic. The complexity is that you need a sophisticated monitoring to keep a watch on the performance, error rates, etc. And you need sophisticated traffic routing tools to manage the user traffic. Our final strategy isn't just about deploying safely, it's about deciding what to deploy. This is A/B testing. Under this, we might roll out two different versions of our feature. So let's say version 1, which is like let's say old design, and version B, which is like let's say a new design, to different users at the same time. So some set of your users will be accessing version A of the application, and some set of your users will be accessing version B of the application. The goal here isn't just stability, it's to gather data. Which version leads to more clicks, more signups, more purchases? We let real user behavior tell us which feature is objectively better. Whether more users are using version A of the application, or more users are interested in version B of the application. Now, this A/B testing is often combined with Canary releases. First, ensure it's stable with a Canary, then run an A/B test to measure its impact. So, which story does your feature deserve? If you need simplicity and are okay with application downtime, then go with recreate strategy. If you want efficiency with zero downtime, then go with rolling updates. If you need speed and safe rollback with minimal downtime, then go with blue-green deployment. If you are dealing with high risk and want to reduce the blast radius when there is an issue, then go with Canary release. And finally, when you want to make a data-driven decision and decide on which version of the feature works best, then go with A/B testing. The power is in your hands. In the modern cloud with tools like Kubernetes, these strategies are just configurations away. They turn a risky big bang into a smooth, controlled, and reversible journey. And that brings us to the end of this session. If you enjoyed this session, smash that like button. It helps more people find it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you have any feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next session.